AUVIITB is a multidisciplinary team of 55 members focused on developing autonomous underwater vehicles to handle real life tasks. Through the consistent effort put in by members of our four subdivisions, we oversee the ideation and creation of our vehicles. Our flagship series is named Matsya, which is derived from the Sanskrit word for fish.
Hi, I am Sanjyoti Naran, a fourth year undergraduate from the Department of Electrical Engineering at IIT Bombay. I am the current team leader of AUVIIT.
Hi everyone, I'm Akshat Rajlat, a senior undergraduate student at the Department of Mechanical Engineering, IIT Bombay. I'm one of the current team leaders of Team AUVITB.
Hi, I'm Mohan Abhyas, fourth year undergrad from Computer Science Department, and I'm one of the current team leaders.
Hi, I'm Nakul, a third year undergrad from Aerospace Department, and I am the Mechanical Subdivision Head.
And this is the mechanical subdivision of the team.
Hi, I'm Aditya, a third year undergrad from the Electrical Department, and I'm the Electrical Subdivision Head. And this is the Electrical Subdivision of the team.
Hello, I am Andrew, a third year undergrad from the Electrical Engineering Department, and I am the Software Subdivision Head.
And this is the software subdivision of the team.
Hulls are waterproof enclosures that house all the electronics, sensors, and other water sensitive components. They are designed with a focus on increasing reliability, modularity, compactness, and providing efficient heat dissipation. The making of a hull is a rigorous process consisting of ideation, design, simulation, fabrication, assembly, and final waterproofing, following which the electronics are assembled in them. We use a multi hull system with two types of hulls, namely cuboidal and cylindrical, for increasing accessibility and minimizing the chances of total system failure.
In Matsya 6, we have three hulls which are cuboidal in shape: main hull, DVL hull, and ESC hull, and two hulls that are cylindrical in shape: battery hull and camera hull. Mostly we use aluminium alloys and acrylic to make the hulls. Aluminium 5052 is used for sidewall hulls as it has higher malleability, whereas aluminium 6061 is used for the base plate as it is much harder to deform permanently. The IMU hull is made purely out of acrylic. For the end cap, we use transparent acrylic, which enables us to see the interior of the hulls. For ensuring rugged waterproofing, all the hulls undergo vacuum impregnation, which is an industrial porosity sealing technique.
Let's start our journey with designing.
When it comes to hull designing, noting down various requirements is the first thing to do. Requirements from mechanical viewpoint like stability, weight, depth rating, hydrodynamics, and from electrical perspective, modularity, accessibility of inner components, heat dissipation, ease of assembly are considered. Keeping in mind these requirements, we choose the shape of hull, following which a rough CAD is made.
We generally make hulls of two shapes, cuboidal and cylindrical. Both designs have their pros and cons. Cuboidal hulls are more efficient in terms of space management, offer a greater area to attach penetrators, and provide better heat dissipation. Moreover, we can also attach a transparent end cap to facilitate visual inspection of the interior of the hull. Cylindrical hulls, on the other hand, offer a lesser drag and have greater structural stability at higher depth. Cuboidal hull may fail at edges and valves, but this problem is negligible in case of cylindrical hulls.
Following designing, it's now time to make the CAD of the hull.
After making a rough sketch, we move on to making a precise 3D model of the hull in SolidWorks. We use ISO 3601 certified O-rings and follow all international industrial standards to make the groove, thereby minimizing the chances of O-ring failure due to potential misalignment between the groove and the O-ring.
Now we test the hull in the real world scenario by doing structural analysis.
Structural analysis. After CADing is completed, all the hulls are analyzed via the finite element analysis method in ANSYS. We assign the material and then simulate real world conditions. We then get the stress, the deformation, and the safety factor for the model. We ensure that the hulls have a safety factor greater than 1.5. If the safety factor is less than that, we find the cause of the failure and make necessary changes in the CAD, such as changing the thickness and adding supports until we achieve a satisfactory value. This ensures that the model does not fail in a high pressure condition. All the hulls also undergo extensive linear buckling analysis in ANSYS to calculate the optimum thickness and the weight of the hull. Critical buckling load is calculated through load multiplier to ensure that our hulls don't deform severely or collapse. After examining individual hulls, drag analysis of the vehicle is done using ANSYS Fluent.
Next up, we have CDR.
Once we are done with the analysis, an extensive critical design review of the CAD is conducted. In this, all our experienced peers in the team examine the CAD extensively for any shortcomings. If there are any issues, we reiterate the design by incorporating the necessary modifications. This process is inherently iterative, thus repeated until all requirements are met.
And finally, we have the last stage, manufacturing.
Once an iteration passes the CDR, we are ready for manufacturing. We use a variety of manufacturing methods to make the hull. 3-axis CNC is used to make the base plate of the hull. The side walls are manufactured by welding two C-shaped segments together. In case of cylindrical hulls, we directly procure annular cylinders of the required dimensions. We also use 5-axis CNC for making the flange and other complex parts. We use laser cutting and water jet cutting for making the frame and 3D printing for internal support structure and much more.
Congratulations! Now you know everything to make your own hull.
Heating up of the main hull has been a major problem as it houses the components that generate a significant amount of heat. The GPU was found to be the most substantial heat generating component. We started with the model with no heat sinks and fans and found the temperature to be reaching as high as 630 degrees centigrade on the GPU chips. The temperature came down to 200 degrees upon placing a heat sink on the GPU chip. After the inclusion of a fan, the temperature further came down to around 90 degrees centigrade, similar to what we observed in M5 during pool testing. To further decrease the temperature, we included a counter 6 in the M6 main hull and modeled it to maximize surface area of the hull wall and GPU. We observed a temperature reduction of up to 20 degrees on simulating these cases. This was due to more conduction of heat via the hull walls.
Topology optimization is a tool to find the optimal shape for a given design space and set of loads and constraints. It's an effective technique to optimize a structural design and to minimize waste. Typically, our goal is to maximize stiffness while reducing weight. We perform topology optimization on a frame of Matsya 6. First, static structural analysis is done and then linked to the topology optimization module of ANSYS. We performed analysis using compliance as an objective and response as maximum global vortices stress. Convergence accuracy was set up at 0.1% and maximum iterations to 500. Once the validation of optimized design in static structure has been done, the model gets finalized, ensuring that it passes all the criteria and constraints.
Pinger localization on the FPGA. This project was undertaken to replace the DAC for faster and more efficient localization of static underwater targets for the Pinger task. We had implemented the TDOA algorithm on the Xilinx Zynq ZC7020 FPGA using custom designed IPs. And by using hardware for real-time processing, we have reduced the load on our SPCs as well. The design and the implementation on the FPGA was successful in testing, and we have successfully replaced the DAC.
Underwater GPS. An EUV can localize another EUV with an acoustic pinger and an array of 4 hydrophones. The pinger emits the ping in a swimming pool environment, created taken into account reflections, attenuation, and the Doppler effect. With this model, we are able to generate the hydrophone data comparable with the original data from RoboSub. We modified our current algorithm of pinger localization, adding real-time ping detection.
Path planner and path follower. For effective obstacle avoidance in underwater environments, it was felt necessary to include a path planner module in the navigator. The team developed an artificial potential fields-based path planner that would return smooth paths for traversal through the RoboSub environment without the need to maintain a grid map of the domain. To aid the performance of obstacle avoidance, we integrate our path follower module, which fits splines to the given set points and feeds targets to the controller. This module has been tested extensively in the simulator.
In case of an unexpected shutdown of the vehicle, a system of logging data was implemented so as to resume operation from the same point. These logs are then passed for the data and the system is updated with the memory of what was being done prior to the shutdown.
Hello, I'm Vinayak, a second year undergraduate from the Material Science Department and a member of Business Subdivision of the team. I'm the lead in charge of video presentation for RoboSub 2021.
Hi, I'm Nandini, a first year undergraduate from the Chemistry Department and a member of Business Subdivision of the team. I worked on designing the flow chart and created all of the illustrations used in the video.
Hi, I am Abir Mishra, a first year undergrad from the Physics Department and a member of the Business Subdivision of Team AUV IITB. I have been responsible for the video editing and animations part.
Hi, I'm Sanya, a first year undergrad at the Material Science Department and a member of the Business Subdivision. So I was responsible for the narration and script for this video, and this was Team AUV IITB. We hope you enjoyed our video on hull design, and we look forward to seeing you at Tramstech next year. Thank you.